Hey guys, meteorologist Chris Tomer here, and this is the On the Snow Before You Go forecast. All right, here's what I'm seeing during this period. The Wasatch will probably pick up 4 to 8 inches on 221, so skiing on 221 and 222 should be quite good across the Wasatch. The Tetons, the next big snow for the range is 226 through 229. That's when the northern branch is going to buckle down into the lower 48. So that'll be a big period. You might have some light snow leading up, light snow accumulation leading up to that. Colorado light snow, afternoon, evening 221 into early 222. So skiing both days should be good in the central and northern mountains of Colorado in particular. The northern branch, it's going to buckle and come down to the lower 48, 225 through probably the first week of March, and it'll bring a nice west-northwest flow, its own energy, and it'll probably merge at times with the subtropical jet. So there's going to be some significant snow during that period, for sure. Northeast, light to moderate snow accumulation, 223, maybe even mixing with rain at the base areas on 223, and then 228 and 229. Also a little storm system coming through. So we'll look at all that in this forecast update. Here's my spider chart, odds of best snow next 7 days, and you can see areas with more purple higher on the web, better odds of new snow, and that's a lot of places. That's Colorado, that's Utah, that's Wyoming, that's most of Montana, Idaho, Washington, Oregon, British Columbia. Those would be the hot spots over the next 7 days with the best chances of new accumulating snowfall. All right, let me take you over to water vapor and just give you the lay of the land here. So on this, oranges and reds are your drier air, your moisture aloft is in whites, blues, and greens, and there's a storm system that will cross Utah and Colorado, 221 and 222. That's what should deliver that new snow accumulation, and then that exits and the pattern's going to shift, and this will take over. This big trough in the atmosphere will be directing traffic for a while. It's going to send a little wave of energy out towards California initially, but the whole thing is going to go up and over the top and be captured by the northern branch, and it will be delivered 1225 through the first week of March into the lower 48. So it will be entrained and be part of that pattern shift. Here's how the jet stream is going to look. So by end of day on 222, there we are. Here's end of day on 223. Here comes that little area of low pressure headed towards California. Now here's a key time period, 226. Northern branch buckles. You can see the trough kind of merging up with the southern branch. Energy, nice west-northwest flow development. 226 and 227 will deliver big snow totals. Then we have to reload. You can see the next area of low pressure, next trough sort of building into the northern branch. That'll come south probably first week of March. Let me put some precip on this. So here is the forecast radar by Thursday morning at 5. Some leftover snow, very light snows across potentially Tetons, Wasatch, probably light to moderate over the central and northern mountains of Colorado. So that's why I think the skiing will still be pretty good over parts of Colorado on 222 with the remainder, the last part of that storm system. Then we're into a quiet period, 223 and 224, just kind of waiting. Here comes the merger, northern and southern branch into 226. You can see everything coming together, nice flow pattern, starting to crank out big totals over the ranges. And here we go, 226, end of day. Big snow right here on 227 in the morning. Heavy snow band coming south through parts of Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, Utah, and Colorado. Continuing in Colorado all the way into 228 in the morning. And then that flow continues across the northern tier. Very nice snowfall there. And here comes that next storm system loading up. There's a 3-1, 1st of March. So that storm would then eventually translate south. Give it a couple more days. It would probably do that. Okay, let's talk snow numbers. My grand total map, all of 221 through the end of 3-1, potentially 2 to 3 feet, maybe more over the Wasatch, 1 to 2 feet in Colorado, looking good, especially western slope, southwest Colorado. The purple areas on this map represent over a foot. Over a foot for the Tetons, parts of Idaho. Big time snow in the Pacific Northwest. Look at interior BC, Kicking Horse, Revelstoke, Red Mountain, Fernie, 1 to 2 feet of snow up there. This will be a great period. Looking at 2, 3, 4 feet, potentially more in Washington and Oregon. Big time snow there. Let's break it down by period. So in the 222, this is why I think skiing on 222 could be quite good across the Wasatch, across the central and northern mountains of Colorado. You can see the snow that would accumulate over that 48-hour period. Here's 223 to 225, pretty quiet stuff here. Most of the accumulation's up in the Pacific Northwest because that's where the northern branch is coming from. So let me take it into the next time period. 226 through 228, heavy stuff. A lot of different pieces coming together here to crank out, 1 to 2 feet of snow through the Tetons, about a foot up there in Idaho, 1 to 2 feet in parts of Colorado, 2 to 3 feet maybe in parts of the Wasatch. Big snow down in Brian Head. Look at Washington and Oregon in that time period alone. Here's the final time period. Everything's reloading up in the Pacific Northwest, but that's where the storm system would come from for the first week of March. Okay, let's go to the Northeast. So again, just light snow here, 1 to 5 inches of accumulation, 223, 228, and 229. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this On the Snow Before You Go forecast. Always appreciate you tuning in here, and take care.